Hi everybody, Aram here. I'm getting ready for the new year. I promised there would be a test, so I've been working to prepare it. And I went to a movie, Manchester by the Sea. It was depressing. A lot of people live that way. You know, Unresolved conflicts, people not talking to each other about the pain, misdirected anger, sadness, all kinds of stuff, we carry with us all the time. So, the reason I'm making this video is because I wanted to talk to you about the Messiah. You know, I didn't grow up in a religious home. We didn't talk about Jesus and God and stuff. Every time I tried to talk about God and spirituality, my mother would just go, "Oh God, I hate talking about this stuff. Jesus, just stop." She understood everything at a much deeper level. What the hell did I know? Um, so the Christians, they think Jesus was the Messiah. Maybe he was telling everybody 2000, it's almost 2017 years ago, that all the stories in Trinity are all just made up, all these stories, the belief frameworks, the belief systems, it's all just a bunch of malarkey. And that we're actually three species. We're Denisovan Asia, Neanderthal Europe, Sapien Africa. We're mixtures, and it's just all manipulation by the warrior class. They extort the intelligentsia, and the intelligentsia manages the slave class. We live in a social pyramid, the warrior class, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he said that. Maybe that's what he was going around saying. Hey, we got three papas and three mamas. Guys, we got three papas and three mamas. Maybe that's what Jesus was doing. I don't know. I don't think it's, if he was doing it, it didn't make a whole hell of a lot of difference. Nothing really got better. But the Christians, they figured, maybe they just didn't know how to make things better, so they figured they would just make things worse by making Jesus the Messiah and giving them. And that's, so I started reading about the Messiah. There's a lot of different stories about the Messiah, who the Messiah is supposed to be or who he was. And basically, the Messiah is supposed to come under two circumstances. One is if everything's really awesome and great, and the other one is if everything is really bad and terrible. And I heard this argument, this Illuminati video, they were talking about, well, because things are never going to be great, the founding fathers of the Illuminatus were like, well, their rationality of it all is, if it's not going to be, it's never going to be great, so then the Messiah is never going to come. So what we're going to do is we're going to trash everything so bad. We're going to make everything so terrible. We're going to make things really bad as quickly as we possibly can. We're going to sacrifice children. We're going to rape girls. We're going to spread drugs all over the planet. We're going to have ritual killings and sacrifices. We're going to poison the water. They're going to do all kinds of stuff. Let's just make things awful, and then the Messiah will come. And I was listening to this and thinking, okay, but then it occurs to me, okay, let's assume if everything's great, why the hell do you need a Messiah? I mean, who cares? Everything's fine. You're doing things right. All's good. Okay? So why would the Messiah come when things are great? That doesn't make any sense. And so then the other question is, okay, so you're saying you're going to make things as terrible as humanly possible to get the Messiah to come? That is so ridiculous. Okay? Why not just consider door number 3. Just stand up and tell the truth of the Trinity. Okay? Why do you have to make everything terrible? Okay? In the hope that someone else is going to stand up and tell the truth. Why don't you do it? How about that? Collectively, the whole body of humanity managed to miss the option of standing up and just telling the truth of 3 species. I wrote it on a single sheet of paper. Okay? It's on a single sheet. Where is it? Somewhere around here. Hold on. Okay? I got it. It's on a piece of paper. Here. A sheet of paper. A single sheet of paper. There it is. Okay? Printed a bunch of times. Go out and give it to people. Talk to them. Tell them. Tell them the truth of the Trinity, that we're mixtures of 3 species. Tell them that we live in belief frameworks. Okay? Tell them we're ruled by a warrior class. Tell them about the extortion and the shame model. Okay? Tell them about that stuff. Send some emails. I understand before there was email, it was hard to send emails. Yeah, I get it. Send some letters. Put them on camels, for Christ's sakes. Who the hell cares? Draw them on cave walls. Okay? You had so many opportunities, world, so many opportunities to choose door number 3, which is just tell the truth. All along, you're just making up all this crud about the Messiah, waiting for the Messiah, justifying your nastiness as some kind of prideful, honorable thing. You know, we are destroying the world because we care. Because we want the Messiah to come as soon as possible. That is a bunch of bunk, and I have a hard time believing that everyone believed it. And then no one had the courage to step up and do something about it. It just boggles the mind. And it makes me think, are we really worth saving? But then I think, okay, we are worth saving, because what we have today is actually just a total and utter decay of who we could be. All right? When we're born, when a child is delivered to us, a child is just, they're extraordinary. They know what's fair. They know what's right. They know what, when you hurt them, they cry. They know what feelings are. They know what happiness is. They know what sadness is. They know, hey, he has two lollipops and I have 1. That's not fair. It's not fair, okay? It's simple. Children know it. And then they spend their lives getting smashed over the head by the Trinity of ridiculous stories, false narratives, decadents, charged to do horrible things with the hope that the Messiah will come. Well, I guess it worked, because, my motivation really was the decadence of the planet, the deterioration of mankind. That really did put a light under my rear end. Especially when you started, taking away my kids and throwing me in hospitals and paralyzing my face, throwing me on a sidewalk. UC Berkeley police. Look at my goddamn face. I didn't deserve it. I was jaywalking. So I just want to, I'm sorry I have to come out and just, give y'all a big old you make me angry. You do. Okay? I'm a very loving person, but, it makes me kind of annoyed. It makes me very annoyed. And I just want you all to get your acts together and fix it. I know there's a lot of people working really hard to make this right, okay? And I understand you have to navigate out of this awful mess in your strategic, think tankish kind of way without just blurting out and telling the truth as it is. I get it. You're in the business of navigating through crap. And I see an effort there. It's not enough for me, but I see it and I appreciate it. It's like I know there's an army out there of people who are trying to do the right thing. And I know the warrior class is on the run, and I know their asses are getting kicked, and I don't care, and I'm happy about it. But really, this whole Messiah thing, the logic of the Messiah coming, if it's good or if it's really terrible, and accelerating terrible because you can't get good, it's just it's rationalization. I'm at 11:04, 11:05. I guess I'll wait until 11:13 and say goodbye. Get back to preparing the test. Goodbye.